Hello again everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. We are back here in the Hinterlands and we just had a little bit of an encounter with some apostate mages, but we do have characters to level up as well. I just noticed Varric in his cap and Solus showing off his great abs. After having like people not being able to customize their armor in 2, it's definitely different seeing everybody in different gear in Inquisition. So we can level up. Oh, we have 3. Oh, well, I probably should level these guys up because I'm clearly not doing very well for them. Right, so we have archery, which is probably the main one for Varric. We'll give first blood, yeah, that sounds good. Explosive shot, that's probably a good one to get. Given death from above too, we'll give him a few little perks to use there. And we'll also upgrade Cassandra, obviously. What's she got? Weapon and shield, two-handed weapon, Battlemaster, and also Vanguard. So she's got quite a lot of different trees. So she could probably use that, because if it gets people to focus on her, it could be good. That's quite good too. So we'll apply those two, and we will put some into sword and shield. Let's see what she's got. 10% for every 10% of health lost. I'm not sure about that. You can't be flanked by enemies, and you're less likely to be staggered her from the front. That's quite good. I'll give her that, especially if she's gonna be taking a bit of flack for us. Right, so here we are. So we are in the Hinterlands, and we need to work out what our next plan of action is. We have a thing here, an Astrarium.
I'm not familiar with this.
And also Elfrid. Always Elfrid. There's always Elfrid somewhere. Okay. Well, we can read this. What's this say? Astrariums. Regarding your inquiry regarding the so-called Astrariums, it is our considered belief that these are relics from a cult that existed in the pre-Andrastian era of the Tevinter Emporium. Now, what would be considered a cult in a society that worshipped the old gods? An order of magisters who believed in the destruction of the Magisterium, the governing body of the Emporium that determines which mages are and are not given the Magister title. The members of this order wish to return to an earlier period where Dreamers ruled, and evidence indicates they operated throughout Tevinter, though primarily in the frontier areas. There they would lock away their secrets, caches of treasure, and perhaps even secret meeting places, though we have no way of knowing for certain, unlockable only through a knowledge of ancient astronomy, a practice that was, we understand, rather out of fashion in the late Tevinter period. According to our investigations, each of the Astrariums could point to the secret cache if one knew the 3 constellations that map to each device present at the site. Connect the duomas in the correct configuration and it would be revealed. Many of these relics were sought out by Andrastian cults in the early Divine Age, the Order of Fire Promise in particular, and destroyed. Why? Because they believed the Astrariums held together the Veil, and that destroying them would destroy the Veil and thus the world. Such is the way of cults of any kind, that the true reasons for what they do could never truly be understood by modern minds. So, by the sounds of it, these Astrariums can reveal secret caches, which are interesting. I just realised I've also forgot to upgrade Solus. That is very horrible of me. I sincerely apologise to you, Solus. So spirits. What has he got in spirits? Solus can heal, can't he? You got Spirit, Storm, Inferno, and Wind. Oh, so he has 3 different elements as well as just the general spirits, etc. He does have heal, doesn't he? Because I'm sure. No. Ah, so that will revive people. Mind Blast, Dispel. So there's no direct healing spell, apparently. By the looks of things. That is interesting. Oh, okay. Threat reduction is good for Solus. We don't want people attacking him. We'll see if we can upgrade his offensive abilities. Chain Lightning and Energy Barrage will do that. We'll give him 1 kind of defensive ability and 1 offensive, or 2 offensive abilities, because that's how we roll. So let's have a look at this Astrarium then. What are we doing with this? Oh, Astrariums allow you to unlock the secrets of the heavens. Recreate the image of a constellation by connecting the stars without making the same line twice. Okay, so this is the one we have to make. So I guess we start from this one, because we can't make the same line twice. So we go from that to that. To that, to that, there, and then there. Boom! Made a sword. Ain't we great? Constellation Judex. Depicted as a downturned sword, the Constellation Judex is often called the Sword of Mercy. In common parlance, even though the sword image was assigned to these stars long before Andraste's time, Judex referred to the concept of justice in ancient Tevinter, and the downturned aspect of the sword indicated a guilty verdict, which in those times generally translated to execution. Obviously, with its modern meaning and use as a symbol by the Templar Order, the old interpretation is frowned upon in scholarly circles. Okay.
Where does this lead?
Whoa. So that's pointing in the direction of the other Astrariums, I'm guessing? Wow, this is a big thing, isn't it? The hinterlands? Oh my god. We've got Secret Denet, search Witchwood for the Apostate Stronghold. Need to go to Witchwood for that. Establish camps, Iron Survey. Is it on the Inquisitor's Path? No. In a circle? Oh, is it collections, maybe? Ah, Astrariums. There we go. Ah, okay. Gotcha. What's that other one? The Fallow Mire. What do I mean, the Fallow Mire? Inquisitor souls are missing in the Uncharted Marsh. Oh, okay, so this is just the various areas we can unlock, but we need more power to unlock them. Right, so let's have a look at the map. So we started at the outskirts camp there. There is a exclamation mark just to the south of us, so we'll head down in this direction. And obviously keep our eye out for any resources on the way there, because we do need some onyx to complete a survey. Oh, there's some more elf fruit there. Obviously elf fruit will help us make health potions and such. Well, upgrade them specifically, which would be very, very useful for us. Wait, what is this exclamation mark saying to us? Oh, it's just a scroll on the floor by is that a dead Templar? Uh-oh, that's not good. Sketch of Calenhad's Foothold. Oh god, am I gonna go treasure hunting here? Is that right? The sketch of a castle on a rocky ridge marks a spot along a broken wall. Find the spot marked on the sketch. Oh boy. So we need to keep an eye out for Calenhad's Foothold, which is on a broken wall below a hill. It's on top of a hill, and there's a hole in the wall somewhere. So a castle on a rocky ridge. Is that in the hinterlands? Possibly, we're not sure. Allegedly, there's some enemies up in this direction, according to my map. Let's go and track them down. Is there more apostates, or...? Oh, crud. It's a sellsword, right. Must be some mercenaries of some kind. Oh, we are fighting Templars too. I guess it's not a surprise. Right, let's make sure we don't get too kind of overwhelmed here. This damn Templar and his shield, honestly. There we go. We're all good, we're all good.
Mages and Templars and innocent people caught in the middle. Some things never change.
You're telling me. Right. Well, at least we dispatched a few of our enemies. There's a raider hatchet. It's an axe. I'm not sure if that's really going to be good for anybody. We did unlock a couple of codex entries, which we can have a read of. Apparently they're considered creatures, judging by this, what am I looking at here? That one, search, yeah. Are they actually considered creatures? They are. Wow, archers. Excuse me. Oh, there's images of them as well. That's cool. Okay. To fight an enemy with a bow or crossbow is simple, although not always easy. A guard with a crossbow must crank his weapon after each shot. If there is only one such enemy, seek cover and give him cause to waste his shot, and then close upon him before he may fire again. If there are many, close to their flanks so you can face one guard directly, using him as a second shield and no other guard as a clean shot at your unprotected back. Do not move to the middle of their ranks and rely upon them hesitating to risk hitting one another. A soldier with a short bow is a little more dangerous. Attack him as you would an enemy with a crossbow, but accept that he will likely fire again. Approach with your shield up, even if you must sacrifice speed. Few soldiers are true masters of the bow. Those who do not fumble their draw in fear will fire a shot quickly, so it is more likely to glance off your armor or shield than punch through. Few soldiers have the skill or strength to make good use of a longbow. Respect those who do. Against such an enemy, cover is the only defense. Move quickly across his field of vision, forcing him to compensate for your movements. Do not charge directly unless your allies can distract him. A fully drawn longbow can drive an arrow through a chevalier's plate at 100 yards. A fight between an archer and a chevalier is a test of cunning versus patience. We are too often patient, heavily armoured as we are, and faced with lightly armoured foes who would harass us. While archers frustrate me as they do most chevaliers, it is good that we fight them, so we remember how to be cunning, how to break an opponent's patience. Oh, that is a very nice little strategy thing in how to fight them. I like that. So foot soldiers. I faced Antivan duelists, Ferelden Ash Warriors, and Fog Warrior skirmishers. When we strip away the titles and tricks, they are simply men who want to see their enemies dead, but need a hand free to manage it. Duelists favour a thinner target over the offensive strength of a main gauche. Ash Warriors need a hand to guide them a bar and a lighter weapon to take advantage of the openings their dogs leave, while Fog Warriors rely on stealth and speed too much to use a heavy shield. When engaging with such an opponent, respect his speed. His hands and feet will move a great deal, ignore them. Watch his hips and shoulders instead. First, deny what advantage he has in his allies or environment, unless you've trained equally in such matters. Once you control his weapon, overwhelm him. He has no shield, and you need not fear a second blade. If forced to fight in such a manner, you must decide whether you will fight as a duelist, one-handed, or as a chevalier. If the former, drop your back leg away to tighten your center target, as you have no shield to cover your body or second weapon to bring into range. Focus on a quick attack and give ground freely when you cannot find an advantage. If the latter, rely on your vambrants and gauntlets as a shield and try to wrench your opponent's weapon away. My left arm bears the scars of such efforts, but my opponents bear worse. Better still, do not lose your shield at all, but battles are not a place of perfection. These are really interesting like little tutorials on how to fight everybody. There's spellbinders here. I confess myself troubled by the rise in mages binding multiple spirits to a single object. Among the Mortalitasi, interacting with spirits is a serious, even intimate undertaking. These spellbinders, as they call themselves, bind many simple spirits, usually to books or other easily compartmentalized objects set with runes, and they have stripped the interaction with spirits of its importance, reducing it to a mere mechanical exercise. That such magic is useful as the spellbinder, I do not argue, although the power contained in these objects is difficult to focus. The diffuse magic can easily distribute energy across a broad area, augmenting the mage's allies. The spellbinders insist that no individual spirit is capable of breaking their bindings, and that the spirits cannot cooperate well enough to effect an escape together. Furthermore, they maintain that because the bindings are all tied to the spellbinder personally, there is no risk of these enchanted books falling into the wrong hands. Still, the books are in their hands, and I am concerned. Although the practice has spread across most of Thedas by now, it seems to have originated in Tevinter. What a surprise. These mages bind spirits and demons too readily, and it is not natural for spirits to remain in this world for any great length of time. Our Maker placed the veil between our world and the Fade for a reason after all. Who are we to second guess his wishes? Perhaps I have grown more reverent in my old age. Is that a bar at the bottom of these things here? I think they are, you know. Does that indicate our understanding of creatures, maybe? Quite possibly. That is quite good, I like that. Guardsman. A novice believes his sword of the utmost importance and his shield there to show his family's colours. All scoff at such foolishness, but the older student, thinking his shield a sign from the Maker that he cannot be struck down, is little wiser. A warrior coming away from battle with his shield dented and ripped may be praised for bravery. A warrior coming away with a shield merely scratched should be praised for skill. Remember that every metal shield was beaten into shape and may be beaten out of it. Even a blow that does not tear a hole drives impact through your arm and shoulder, where shock and pain will wear down even the strongest warrior. In a duel against a single opponent, you may seek a quick advantage in taking a blow directly to the shield in order to strike one in return. If you are protecting another, you may have no choice. In all other cases, against one opponent, or many, it is better to hide the movement of your hips and shoulders behind your shield, forcing enemies to focus on it rather than you. This is also true when fighting opponents so armed. Your goal is not the shield, but the man behind it. Circling or locking shields may gain you in an advantageous position. Failing that, rain blows upon his defenses until he until he tires, and his guard grows sloppy. If you are neither skilled enough to slip past him nor fit enough to weigh him down, you'll most likely die. So we have to be very careful when fighting various types of enemies. So there doesn't seem to be any further way past this area here. What is that there? That is a Fade Rift to the south apparently. Are we actually able to get there direct? How do I keep on placing these damn map markers? I don't understand. I honestly don't know how I do it. You know, also it seems we can actually get there, which is good, so we will do that. And we'll keep on having a search around the area while we're here. There we have some iron, which we will get. And also some more iron. The more supplies the merrier, right? So these maps seem quite freeform compared to Origins and, well, 2 especially. 2 was very, like, rigid in terms of the design and stuff, but this, it kind of just feels like you're kind of thrust out in the open. Like, how big is this map? This is a big map. When you look at it, I think there's a lot going on, especially when you see how far you can actually move the map around. There's enemies to the north, apparently. Oh, shit, hold on. That doesn't look good down there. Is that more Apostates and Templars? Looks like it could well be. Oh, God. That's a Rebel Spellbinder, which we need to... I was gonna say we need to take down, but we were rather taken down ourselves there. Yeah, can we be very careful when charging across the battlefield like that? Because, you know, these mages leave these little traps on the ground for a reason. Oh, an enhanced Firestorm ring. So if Solus was to use Firestorm, he could use that, but I'm not even sure we actually have Firestorm for him yet. So Enforce Shield. Is that any good for Cassandra, by any chance? Or is... Oh, it certainly is, yes. Yeah, we will give that to her. And as for Solus's ring, I'm not sure if that's actually going to be much... I don't think it's going to be actually that really useful, actually giving it to him. Oh, we need to give Varric his amulet too, of course we do. We'll put it on him, in case we do get the ability to use Firestorm. But Varric, we do need to give him the Amulet of Power. Like so. Which should give him that ability point, and it so does. So what do we want to actually give him? What's his sabotage? Caltrops, poisoned weapons. Critical, you regain stamina. That's interesting. What was subterfuge? You can stealth. Yeah, I don't think that's really that good for him. I think we should probably focus on his archery abilities more than anything else. Leaping shots. That sounds quite useful for him. Yeah, and give that to Varric. And there we go. So we'll return and we'll carry on towards the Fade Rift to where we were going before. We were so rudely interrupted by these apostates and such. And I just realized Cassandra has a little bit of a health deficiency right now. Although my health seemed to regenerate automatically, and I'm not sure why. Oh, I'm guessing probably because I went away from my character, he used it automatically. That's probably the reason. We'll keep Cassandra how she is for the time being. She should be able to survive. Oh, crap. Right, well, we are going headfirst into demons now. Can I disrupt this rift like I did the rest? Oh, okay, so if you get hit, it interrupts it. Right, okay, so we need to kind of make sure we are relatively safe before we do that. Another wave. You guys could just... No, okay, this is not working. This is not working in the slightest. There we go. We dealt with them fairly easily, to be fair. Gone. There we go. Right, so that's one rift closed. Bit more influence on our part. I'm guessing that will increase our power, perhaps. Increase the enhanced grappling chain ring, so that was probably good for Cassandra. I'm not sure if she uses grappling chain, but is it actually one of her abilities that she uses right now? Oh, we did get some more power. Maybe influence is different from power. I'm not 100% certain. Where is grappling chain? Doesn't use to wind the weapon. Ah, with a hook chain lock muscle, you drag your target to arm's reach. Okay, so she needs to use that for the ring to be any use. Right, I'll bear that in mind, and we'll also get this demon looted. Dreamer eggs, cool. So that's more creature research. Apparently, there's something in this house. Let's have a looky inside. It's in this house is next to a fade rift. I'm not. Oh, hello.
Templar bastards killed my husband and stole the ring from his finger. They deserve to die.
Templars killed your
You're
husband?
saying the
Yeah.
Templars attacked your husband?
Aye. He was digging out a stump. The fools couldn't tell a shovel from a mage's staff. Had to be safe, they said. Rebels everywhere attacking by surprise, sick bastards.
Fucking
The ring
Templars.
I gave him on our wedding day in case it was magic.
Farewell.
Recover the farmer's ring from the Templars. Okay. What a lovely bunch the Templars are. You can say no amount of good things about them, truly. Right, so we'll leave this episode here then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.